All right, let's dive into something pretty incredible. We're going to break down how a junior doctor, of all people, managed to make over £1 million in just 1 year from his online business. So, how on earth did he do it? Let's get into it. Okay, let's just start with the big headline number. In the year 2020, Ali Abdal's total gross revenue was £1,013,000. Just let that sink in for a second. It's an absolutely mind-boggling figure. And the question is, how? How did he pull that off? And that's really the big question we're going to answer today, isn't it? Because this is about way more than just a number on a screen. It's about the strategy, the years of work, and the mindset behind it all. So let's really peel back the layers on this £1 million year. Now, to really get how huge this is, we need some context. First, let's take a look at his more, traditional income. His salary as a full-time junior doctor working in the UK. So for the first 7 months of 2020, he was a full-time doctor in the National Health Service. That job paid him about £22,000, which works out to roughly £14 an hour. I mean, that's a perfectly respectable income. But as you can see, it is absolutely dwarfed by what his creator business pulled in. I mean, just look at this chart. It says it all, right? That tiny, tiny little sliver, that's his doctor's salary. It's just 2% of the total pie. The other 98%, yeah, that's all from his online business. It's just a wild illustration of the sheer scale that's possible in the creator economy. So you're probably wondering, where did that other, £990,000 come from? Well, it wasn't just one thing. It was a whole mix of different income streams, all built around his YouTube channel. Let's break them down. First up, the one everyone thinks of when they hear YouTuber, the ads. In 2020, Google AdSense paid him over £100,000 just for the ads that ran on his videos. Now, to put that into perspective, that's about what a senior consultant doctor in the UK makes. Someone who's been at the top of their field for decades. Okay, so ads are one thing. But this next part, this is where you start to see the power of building an audience that actually trusts you. We're talking about affiliate income. This is where he gets a commission for recommending products. And because he'd spent years building that trust, this stream actually brought in more than his ads, over £132,000. From audience trust, we move on to brand trust. You've got brand deals and sponsorships. Now, he can't share the exact numbers for these, but if we use a pretty conservative formula for educational channels, his 46 sponsored videos that year likely brought in around £136,000. Okay. Now hold on, because this is where the numbers start to get really, really wild. So far, he's been promoting other people's stuff. But with this, he's creating his own content for another platform. Between the royalties he gets for every minute people watch his classes and the commissions for getting new people to sign up, Skillshare generated a massive £350,000 for him. And finally, we get to the stuff he built and sold himself, completely on his own terms. He launched his own online course, the Part-Time YouTuber Academy, which brought in £220,000 on its first go. Then, an alumni membership added another $53,000 on top of that. That's £250,000 from his own products. So, we've seen the what, we've seen where all the money came from. But honestly, the more important part of this whole story is the how and the why, because it is so, so important to understand that this was anything but an overnight success. This timeline right here, it's the key to everything. That huge 2020 payday was the result of a 14-year journey. He started trying to build things online when he was just 12 years old. He built his first successful business at 19, and he didn't even start his YouTube channel until he was 23. This is not a get-rich-quick story. It's a story about sticking with it. And he actually boils it all down to this simple formula. Success, he says, equals work times luck times your unfair advantages. He believes that these three things, multiplied together, are the real secret sauce. So let's break each one down. First up, the work. And this just means relentless, non-stop consistency. We're talking an average of 2 videos every single week for 3.5 years straight. And get this, it took him 52 videos just to get his first 1,000 subscribers. 52. And remember, he did all of this in his spare time, after working these long, grueling shifts as a doctor. Next is luck. But not luck like winning the lottery. He argues that you can actually create your own luck. How? By increasing your surface area for luck. Every video, every blog post, every piece of content you put out there is another chance for the algorithm or the right person to discover you. You're basically creating more opportunities for lightning to strike.
And the final piece of the formula is what he calls unfair advantages. These are the things that are totally unique to you, the things that give you a head start. For him, that was having instant authority because he was a Cambridge medical student. It was having over a decade of design experience to make his videos look polished. And it was having cash from a previous business so he could buy professional gear from day one.
So after we've broken all of that down, the money, the work, the luck, what's the big takeaway here? What's the actionable advice? Well, he actually distills his whole journey down into a simple 3-step formula that he swears will change your life if you stick with it. And here it is. It's so simple. Step 1. Make useful videos. Just create content that provides real value to at least one other person. Step 2. Publish consistently. Put something out once or twice a week, every week. And step 3, this is the hardest part. Do it for at least 2 years. He promises that if you can do that, your life will look completely different on the other side. And this quote right here, this captures his whole philosophy perfectly. It's not about chasing money. Money, he says, is just a byproduct. It's an exchange of value. The real game is figuring out how to provide value. And if you can provide a ton of value to a ton of people, if you can provide value at scale, the money will take care of itself. What really brings us to the final thought here. This isn't just one guy's income report. It's a case study in what's possible today. And it really makes you ask yourself, what unique knowledge, what skill, what passion do I have? What's the value that you could provide to the world at scale?